Okay, up to this stage, we have already talking about the project management system. So now today's topic is project control of the project. Okay, what is the control? Definition of control means planning, organizing, directing, and controlling the activities. So this is in the project system. We need to plan the project. We have to organize the people, material, finance, and direct the people. So direct the technical personnel and control the personnel. So controlling not only the controlling the human resources, but also need to control the technical aspect. You have to control the quality. Those are the kind of the project manager duty. So in the project system, the output is usually taken out for the feedback. So feedback means the quality action. Any action should have the feedback. So any your technical job has to be audit and already assessed by the someone, and then so those are responsible person, and then you have to take account of their advice and the feedback idea. So this is the ways you have to do the feedback. So when we are working on the project, the management has a responsibility. So there should be the finance management representative to provide a single point of the contact for the customer. This means if you want to know something for this information, you have to go to an organization. The organization should have the authorized person. Authorized person or this person has if that person is not present, there should be the delegate. So there's the delegate should have the full knowledge to provide your requirement. So when you are going to the thing, one person talk one way, and go to another person talk another way. So this is a 3-person talk, 4 or 5-person talk in a 4 or 5 ways. So you don't know what to be followed. This is not a good project. So to do the project, the customer need to be explained. So probably so that the appropriate person should have the responsibility to answer the customer's questions. So another one way is when we are working on the project, so according to the ISO standard, we have to provide the quality system. So every day on the quality, how the quality is assessed. So when we are working on the manufacturing, so all the production lines are one process to another process, passing through all the testing record, all the quality record should be should be kept. And also there should be the system for the review the customer contact, and design process should be the document need to be controlled. So all documents need to be controlled to ensure they should be relevant and current, updated. And all the purchase products, they need to conform to the specific requirement. And when the customer supplying the product for the working, so all the products supplied by the customers belong to the customer. So you have the proper procedure to maintain and control those customer equipment on the customer's product. So those are the important steps to control the project control. Step 1 to step 7 are the quality control and management communication, and the document and the material control system. So the management has a responsibility. There must be a defined management representative to provide single point of contact for the customer. It needs to establish and maintain and document the quality system. Document system means when you are working on the control system, every step has to be the check and the control, and overall also has to be the check and the control. And also establish and maintain a system for the review and customer contact. So regular customer contact need to be established, and design process share has the quality control of the input, output, and the process itself. So now in the industry, the design industry, we are using the document. Document may be the reference book, manual, material standard. Those have to be the current issue, up-to-date issue. Because of most of the design standard or standard, they are updated from the time to time. So especially the regulations are changing from the time to time. So you have to acquire the latest version of the information, and you have to conform with those requirements. And ensure that the purchase of product conform with specified requirements. So the purchasing is also important aspect. So to get the good production and a good output product, so the input is also important. So input material should be in a high quality and standard. where the customer supply a product for you to work on, it must be identified as a belonging to the customer. So this is also important because we are working on the contract, so there are many machine material, so sometimes your own, sometimes are customer, so it should not be a mix-up. So because of the customer supply a special equipment, the reason is they need a specific requirement. So not all the specific required equipment cannot be the substitute with the generalized equipment, general purpose equipment. So this is the point that the customers specialized equipment should be the separate and should be the identified. So when you are making a control system, the stability is important. Stability means that all the things are level should be key at the top. Sometimes go up, sometimes go down, so this is unstable. So similarly, that you are teaching, 2 days out I teach, another day next teacher teach, so from 4 or 5 teachers teaching, so you don't know what to do, who to follow. So this is the things that stable is very important for any place. 7 to 14. Those are for the material handling, customer products, so that all the products must be labeled during the processing and must be traceable to record the components and parts. So especially for the manufacturing process, so we produce a batch by batch. This batch, the first batch are all materials are processed, and the second batch is passing through, and some process passing through. So that those are bins are there, so they should be labeled. Especially the material management accounting system, all the process has to be accounted for. So process 1, what the material cost, what the energy cost, everything they have to calculate, they have to record. And process 2 and process 3 like this. So that in the management accounting, the assets of products are there, passing from the raw material to the final stage. Every stage of production process needs to be accounted, and how many materials are passing through, what is the relevant price, those things have to be recorded. This is the kind of the materials management accounting system. So that we have to keep the record. So especially for the code number, the identification number are the place for the passing through each process. So this means that by reading the process, some will be this process with the starting raw material, after for example, this is for the cutting pieces, and then secondly with the forming, and finally the finishing. So that just see the code number, you can identify the which product and which process. So that another one will be any measurement used must be labeled and calibrated. So that when we are using the industry, all the electrical meter, all the mechanical measurement, everything has to be calibrated. So that if the meter is they are not a standard, so that your measurement can be wrong. So that it can be finally your product cannot get the good result. So the product must be identified so that the inspection setup. So this means that some products have to be inspected, some products are rejected, some products are passed. Those things have to be put. In the industry, you see the bins, these bins are sometimes reject bins, or you put the reject. So these reject go back to the sometimes can be repaired, sometimes cannot repair, so they cannot repair, has to be recycled. Procedures must be identified for the preventive recurrence through the analysis of the defective data. So in this case, when the one process especially we use the assembling system, so that you make this machine produce some specific item. Those items need to be selected and has to be tested. So those items, majority of items does not follow the standard. In this case, that process may be something wrong. So we have to check the machine, you have to make the calibrate or make the maintenance or repairs required. Producer must be identified so that when the non-conform product is produced, it is a system for the dealing with it. So sometimes so this is the way some equipment are not in standard. You have to check out this standard. And sometimes also you have to identify. So sometimes the equipment are already finished. Should not be all machinery. You have to use a file and a surface finishing. The surface finishing good because of this. This why the sometimes surface sometimes the surface are equal for all the excess material you have to finish. But this one already finished, you should not file again. You should not file again. It can corrupt is material. The finally this does not get the required standard. It can happen like this. So this is the ways all the identified finished products need not to be repeated. So that those are appropriate labeling or the marking are the required for the quality system. The terms are 15 to 20 with the quality system and the products are storage. The products which are at the final stage need to be stored. So that the important wise that those are final stage products are they already got the value added and they got the higher price. So that if they are damaged, everything is a lose. So that you have to really keep steps are very carefully that store those products. The producers are required for the identification, filing, indexing, storage, maintenance, and the disposition of the record. So the record keeping is also important part for the ND system. So the records need to be properly recorded. It has to be the backup, not only the paper record, but also the digital record has to be kept, and also the appropriate backup system has to be established. So the supplier shall carry out the comprehensive system of the planet and the documented quality audit. So in this case, we are making the supplying the product to the customer. So you also have the appropriate quality audit system. So this is the quality audit is for the trade organization or the international organization. These audit the quality. So those are quality. The company which products are conform with the quality, they will be the well known and their products are higher price than other companies. And also that, so in this case, in the project the manpower is the main factor because all the human resources really making the production. So the employees are training and the competency is an important aspect. The record of the employee training and their competency should be the gap for the up and is regularly updated. And servicing must be carried out in accordance with the standard is specified. This means that sometimes you are using the equipment in your company, so those equipment are supplied by the supplier. So the supplier got the responsibility for the regular maintenance. Some of the suppliers offer the regular maintenance, so that their maintenance contract you have to review and you have to notify the supplier. So regularly have to be tested and have to be made the maintenance has to be stamped. So that in this case, you have to utilize the appropriate certificates of data. So that all the quality audit systems. So in this case, you have to take the sample, and then you use the sample. How many you rejected, how many conform the standard. Those things you have to utilize the certificates of method. So this is utilized to ensure whether this is the quality is within the acceptable range or the beyond the acceptable range. So those are the 1 to 20 are the important aspects for the auditing quality system. So because of this one, in the quality system, so we have to so organization required to produce a quality system manual. So this quality system manual is the legal and the standard document. All the employees working in the company must refer to the quality system. So now I give you how the quality system documents are working for. So they are objective, and they are descriptive, and they are the associated documents. So I will give them. Those are the quality systems documentation. So the most is the policy document. Policy document statement of A. So what the purpose of this company, what is the objective. So this is the policy document. And then the system description. System description means that to achieve the policy document, to achieve the objective, how we will do. So this is the functional. Functional means that the way to achieve the objective is a function. They also have to be described. So this is a system description. And then to achieve the goal system, you have to follow the specific procedure. Specific procedure has to be followed to achieve the system, the requirement, functional requirements. So those are the procedures documents. And after the details are to perform the detailed task of each step of the procedure, we have to refer the technical reference and the manual. So this is for the associate document. So the quality system documentation is composed of the 4 stages of the documentation. So those documentations need to be established. So normally the developers companies, some companies they themselves establish the quality system document. standards that they have to refer the international standard and the use the international standard and the customize the standards in the needs of the specific industry. So in this case, the quality manual has to be produced. The project manager must establish a regular contact point for the formalized review meetings, so that the quality needs to be reviewed. So in this case, the project manager function is to facilitate the review meetings. So instead of review meetings, all the operator, all the engineer, they have to discuss with the project manager how to achieve the required quality. And then they have to write down the appropriate procedure. So this is then we have to establish the system. Once the system is in place, the system needs to be audited. So in this case, the quality auditing is similar to the financial auditing. Financial auditing deficiency or the income output, the income expense, whether met or not. When you are using, especially you are working for the government, so there are a lot of the qualities, financial auditing system. Then you use something for what purpose? Also have to present the appropriate associated reference. So for what reason this money is utilized. And similarly, the quality auditing system also follow the same way. So for the quality is not in conform with the standards, so how will you check and ratify or how will you correct it? So quality action also be recorded. So those are the important for the quality auditing system and the development of the quality documentation. So those are the important aspects for the quality auditing quality system. So that before that you are making the system, so you have to have the objective and the reason. So the establish a reason for the wanting the system. For what purpose does the quality system require? So that if you define the objective, then you can determine the appropriate way to establish the system. So without the objective, you can't properly establish the quality system. So train the people in the working to the requirement of the system, including the preparation of the documentation. So that most of the companies in the manufacturing factory, all the big enterprises, they want workers to be trained, so that the workers they are very familiar with their company system, especially for the Japanese systems of Mitsubishi or the Toyota. They train the people, so when people are coming out from technical college, so they have to undergo the intensive training, especially for your Energy Australia. Before you working on the Energy Australia, first you have to go under you have to do the substation entry code. So this code, and after that, appropriate safety training, appropriate testing, relay system. Those are the training. Those trainings are by undertaking the trainings, you will be able to handle the specific equipment. So this is the ways of training. The training aspect is not only the performing the technical task, but also the recording. So that because you are passing through any record, any assessment, inspection, you have to follow the appropriate standard record. So that all the companies they've got to accept the procedure of the record. So how to write, what to describe, those things have to be the trainers. And the created documentation including the reference manual. So that every step of the process they call the reference manual. The reference manual has to be established and carry out the internal audit. So in the company, the firstly the internal audit established, especially the company manufacturing and engineer, the supervisor, the flow, the area manager, they are in the team, so that they are doing the quality auditing. So the quality auditing, junior representatives can also be the participate. And also this sometimes are not only the internal auditing, so it's to comply with the international standards. So in this case, specialized quality auditor, so external auditor has to be the higher and the head that is audited by the external auditor from a registered assessment body. So this is the way. So in the Australia, the Engineer Australia is a national assessment body. So you join the membership. This means that you have already been assessed and conform with the standard, so that you will be the better get the chance to get a job. So this is the thing. So why we are making the assessment system, so that to conform with the quality. So your qualification has to be recognized by some where's bodies, and then so they will be the better for you to get in a computer job market. So this is the ways we have to acquire the nation as a quality system. Flowchart diagram. The final system need to be qualities are how the system to be the accredited, how cannot be accredited, what kind of the system is required, the flowchart diagram I will give it. This is a quality system. So especially the system externally audited. So for the external auditing is the more accurate than the internet, also the more savvier than the internet. Because internet is that each body knows that one guy, another guy knows themselves, so they make the internet auditing, so they just make they help themselves and they can approve. So, but the external auditors they don't know. So in this case, this external auditing is more difficult to pass on. So in the system externally audited. So that the system meet the requirement or not. So system does not meet the requirement. In this case, can the deficiency readily be corrected? So any deficiency, any wrongdoing can be corrected. In this case, DFA and make the changes and make the correction and they pass through the external auditor. Is everything alright? So then you can the organization called the register funds that no. In this case, accreditation is rejected. So this is for the flow diagram for the external audit kind of system. If we are the quality cost, so their quality may be the prevention, appraisal, and the failure. Prevention means you are working the company is producing the good products. Those products are where received by the customers are rated as the company product is a good product. So in this company, it should have the internet quality system because this company need to be maintained. So all the equipment, everything, all the products need to conform with their quality. So quality should not hold out. So this brand name is very important. Sometimes a brand name, so even the company is no longer exist. The brand name is very wrong. The million of dollar, so they can say the brand name. This is the thing happened in the US. Some companies they are no longer running, but their brand name is very good. So this brand is also what that are millions of the dollars. Because of this companies the maintenance qualities are set up. So in this case, any things to the damage the quality need to be rectified and need to be prevented. So this is the prevention of the cost. Prevention of prevention cost to for the avoiding the downgrading the quality. So this is the cheapest. And another one is the appraisal. Appraisal means okay, so this company that make the product, so some of the products does not conform with the standards. In this case, they have to be appraised. Whether what happened, this one is not working well. So this is the appraisal system. Appraisal system in this case, we have to check the activity, checking the activity, who is doing the rounding. So this is the thing. Another one is the failure state. Failure is very bad. Failure is company produces 9 products, 10 products, 9 are returned. So in this case, only one is working, and after this one, after 1 or 2 months, this one is no longer working. So this is the failure state. Failure state is very costly because of even that a lot of the material, the whole system needs to be overhauled and you have to repair. But even that the company can produce a good product, but company has already damaged the reputation. Reputation means that people think that this company is a no-go. So they don't buy their product, they go to the other company, so they already lose the customer, and this is a very high risk to go out from the market. So this is the ways of the quality audit is important. So all the quality, the first thing need to be prevent. The prevention is the cheapest one, the most effective one. And second thing will be appraisal and should not go up to the failure stage. So this is the important for the quality system and the cost. So we are explaining the cost, the company must spend the cost. Do not hesitate to spend the cost for the prevention, rather than doing spending a lot for the failure. the precaution, the prevention is the most important. So when we, in this case, quality planning, training, auditing, supplier development, cost to maintain the quality improvement program, those are the prevention. Appraisal means checking the activities, material consumption, quality analysis, reporting, auditing the supplier, storing the records of the quality result. Failure means that there are two parts. Internet means that identifying any waste activity, problem solving. Examiner means that appraisal of the quality goals, return to site, the redo work, and the problem solving. So those are important too. In this case, the consequence of the loss of the goodwill of the customer. So that in this case, the failure state. So you have done a job. This redo work is not done properly. In this case, customer will disappoint the wood that this students of this company, so that they will lose their company. They will lose their customer. This is the wise this is the cost of the quality. So in this case, we have to take this control system. So we need to set the cost control system. The cost should be properly allocated, and the responsibility for the administration should be the financial data. They should have these properly kept. So cost control is important for the company. And also in this case, we need to check that existing site and upgrade the facility. So whether upgrade facilities or systems can be upgraded or not. So those are also important for the site system. So in this case, our project management information system is an important aspect, because the project management information systems are the data, customers information, product information, quality information. Those have to be the properly acquired and properly recorded. So they have to their quality, everything has to be measured, record, analyzed, and adding has to be done. So the quality statistics have to be done. In this case, we have to use computer analysis. Verification are also important. So in this case, the data should not be the over or the under. So any variant must be established. The cost control system. Cost control has to be allocate the cost properly, allocate the responsibility for the administration, slashing, check the ACT site, check the upgraded parts for the system, offering the impression for the knowledgeable user, and the embrace the capabilities. So the role of management is information system, measure, record, analyze, and add. Those are important. So in this case, we got the control limit. So this is the control limit. Originally, this is the limit here. This is the cost. Because there are two limits. So this is the upper control limit. And this is the lower control limit. So between these action points is ranging like this. This is action point. So control limit. So in this case, to make the control limit, this is honesty is very important. Honesty means that in the company, so that the people, quality auditor, supervisor, they must honestly present the data. If the data is not beyond the thing, they show the data management to talk about. This one is not in a standard how to call it. So that by this way, this management has to be adjusted. So that the beyond the limit will not be reached. Especially the point that the socialist or the communist economies fall apart. Because they are using the dictatorship system. Dictatorship system means that foreign limits including the buying experience of our country. So that the army, the people who are the government things they want this thing. Okay, they want 100% output. So that in the factory produce the things they want output is 100 items, but the factory actually produce 30 items. So they don't want the people to get so that in this case those people they change the record. Instead of putting the 30, they just put 100 and the present. So this is happen long time, and finally this situation very worse and it cannot be control. It cannot be repaired. So this is happening. So the international system or the political system or the quality system, the economic system, the check and the balance are very important. So that in the quality system, the honestly that the people who make the quality should be independent, so should be freely present the real situation. So those freely real situation is prevented, or that those people are afraid of someone, and they will not present real and data. So in this case, the whole community or the whole country will go down because of this quality aspect. So this quality control is very important for the sustainability of the organization. So because of this one, in the modern economic system, we have to analyze the variance. Variance means you want this one, but this quality is diverted from the original predetermined quality. So this is we call a variance. So variance need to be analyzed. So variance need to be analyzed, and the variance need to be checked whether they are between the acceptable limit or not. So the variance can be the cost variance, especially the cost variance is important for the organization. So now I give you the formula how to calculate the cost of variance. So in this case, we are making the variance system. We have to assess the project situation. So all the project teams, the project manager, project teams are working. So in this case, the performance of the project team needs to be numerically assessed. So in this case, the cost variance equation is the actual cost of the work performed minus budgeted cost of the work performed. So in this case, you made a budget, it's $1,000, actual cost is $2,000. So in this case, variance will be $1,000. If you budget $1,000 and the actual cost is only $700, that will be the minus. So this is you also have to calculate the estimated cost of the completion project. The equation is the total budget minus cost variance. So this ECAC is the estimated cost of completion project. This is the project budget multiplied the performance index. The performance index you also be calculated. The formula is the actual cost of the work performed divided by the budgeted cost of the work performance. So this is the performance index. So when the project we are working on the project team performance especially the budget system, how much budget allocated, how much is really used, how much the variance has to be calculated, and finally performance index has to be established. So this is the ways we have to financially or numerically assess the performance of the project. Okay, so this is for tonight lesson. So in this case, this is as a performance of just this is as a diagram. Vertical line is cost and horizontal line is the size. So in this case, we put the 15. So this is the BCWB. Budgeted cost of work performed the BCWB. So between this one should be lining. So maximum minimum, this should be the lining. So this is the thing. So tonight I'm talking about the project control. Project control systems we need when we are working on the project, we have to control the project. So the project manager organize, control the activity, and also I give you the 20 facts of the management responsibility methods and the quality system auditing and implementation of quality system, and element of the quality cost, and control the major projects, and also cost control limit, and the budget and the variance. So those things I give them. So next week I give you how to change the control system, change control system. So also the contracts establishment, and the qualities manual using flowchart. Those things I give them for next week.